Welcome back. This is Bill Miranda. I'm here with my co-host Patricia Gracia and our guest Armando Jamjian. Armando, and this is the Power Woman Business Center. Now, Armando, when we left, I was asking you, I get the picture, I get the business idea, I know the importance of the business plan. Tell me more about the marketing and the business structure that I'm going to need to protect my assets.
Well, on the marketing side, it depends on, initially, a lot of times you're going to be out word of mouth. You're going to go door to door, depending on what type of business you have. Sometimes using the internet is a big format for the business, especially nowadays. If you're selling products, internet is a big format. If you can harness the understanding of how to use the internet to market for you, if you're selling products, you can do a wonder for your business. We've seen many of our clients do that, where they still have their storefront, but they actually created a internet presence on their sales, and they're doing very well on both.
E-commerce.
So yes,
that's what it is. The
yes.
E-commerce.
Because your audience is basically worldwide.
Right.
But talking about the when you become for example, my example, I started my business owner. Become a business owner. I started my business from home. What is the best step? Start as a corporation, start as a LLC, or be a sole proprietor?
It depends. Now,
Okay,
the reason why it depends, usually most small businesses are going to start off as a sole proprietorship.
Exactly.
Where you're going to file a Schedule C on your tax return. That just basically means that it's you as an individual. There's really no protection. Everything is done individually. When you want to incorporate is when you either get enough where you're making enough in your business, or where you have assets to protect.
Exactly.
That's when you want to incorporate, because now you want to protect those assets.
And that's true, because when I started my business, I started as a sole proprietor. That was in 2001. But in 2004, my husband quit his job, and he decided to join forces with me, and we became partners, me and Tony, and we decided to incorporate the company. Obviously, the company was already making decent money.
Right.
So
sure, and you had assets to protect.
And we had
as well.
assets, yes,
right.
yes.
So when you have a home or properties, you have cash in the bank. You want to protect those assets. You want to separate those assets from your business. Now, you don't want to be a sole proprietorship, because in case something were to happen, God forbid, something were to happen to somebody, and you were to get sued, you can now lose everything if you're a sole proprietorship. So when you have assets to protect, you want to incorporate. And incorporating also depends on the type of entity. There's plenty of information on
another
that.
question, because I know you have plenty of information, sure. But that's something related to the money. And a small business owner, how important it is to have your finances updated, up to date? What? Because you're facing a lot of business owners in your daily.
Very important. By not having your finances up to date, that's cash flow. It affects your cash flow. Don't know what's coming in, what's coming out. If you're not up to date on it, you have your receivables, you have accounts payable, your bank reconciliations. If that's not there, you could be having your checks, basically no cash in the bank to pay. You can have major issues. We have clients with those issues because they're not up to date.
The majority of clients, right? I'm seeing a lot of small business owners. They don't even know how much they have in the bank, and they're starting creating. I'm seeing a lot of businesses falling down because of that reason.
Sure.
Yes. So
up-to-date bookkeeping is very important.
Bookkeeping, I believe that bookkeeping is the heart of your business. If you don't have your books updated, correct. You don't know what's going on.
Sure.
You're walking over the clouds.
Sure.
What about when we talk about financial business structure? We're talking about possibilities: sole proprietorship, S corporation, C corporation, LLC.
Yes. So
there are little differences.
Big differences. So you have the sole proprietorship. We went over that. Most small businesses, if you're going to incorporate, in general, I would say an S corporation if it's going to be for services or if you're going to sell products. Now, an S corporation is considered a small business corporation. You start off as a C corp and then make an S election to be treated as a small S corporation. C corporations are more for the bigger entities, right. C corporations, and even LLCs to a certain extent. C corporations mainly are for if you plan on going public at some point, if you're going to have different shares of stock, preferred versus common. If you're going to have foreign entities or foreign
C corporation
individuals
are
owning.
the ones that finish with Inc., right?
Yeah, well, actually,
Well,
so
no,
is an
they
S
all go-
corporation.
they all
S corporation. So that's my corporation is S.
S, correct.
Okay. Juicy.
A C corporation is basically unlimited in what it can do.
Sure, but it doesn't flow down to you individually, which is
Right.
the preferred treatment for a small.
Right, and that's why you
entity.
would go with an S corporation or an LLC, because you're able to flow
Sure.
your earnings to
Sure.
the individual investor.
Right. Now, the difference on an LLC is I'd say usually an LLC you're going to want to have, if you have rental properties or a building you own, you want to throw that in an LLC. So there's the difference, because having a business in an LLC in California is one of the few states that has a gross receipts tax. You're going to pay on a tiered amount
Right.
depending on your gross receipts,
Oh.
regardless if you have a profit or loss.
Wow.
So that's why LLCs aren't preferable for having your own business in there in California. But if you have to have different foreign entities or foreign owners in your owning, you can have it in an LLC, so you have the flow through down to the shareholders. So it all depends on the circumstances for the business.
The main thing is protect yourself, protect
Your
your assets,
assets.
protect your business. There are a lot of people out there that are suing for every little thing. You and I
Yes.
were in a discussion about that earlier
Yes.
this week.
Yes, we were.
We're going to have you come back.
Yes, we need to
Okay.
come back into the next segment, because I have a question and I think most of our audience will have it.
Okay.
Tell me reason number one why businesses are closing their doors.
Okay, and we're going to get that answer as soon as we come back from our break.
Yes.
This is your hometown station, AM 1220 KHTS.